Hey guys, what's up? Alex here. Today we are here with the next episode of F1 Modded Career Mode on F1 2014. Thank you guys for the amazing support on the series so far. Really do appreciate it. Next up, Spa, a track that I do really like. I mean, I've been quite lucky. I didn't select the tracks I was doing for this career mode, but they've all been pretty much tracks I like, so that's good. Australia's probably the track I like the least, and I still did pretty well there. So, yeah, Spa. I think everyone loves this track. It's just a great track in general, and obviously, we're going to be starting at the back of the grid, or starting in last place once again. I think it makes it more interesting, and you get a bit of entertainment, especially seeing all the AI crash into each other. A little bit more fun. And you can see we've actually selected our rival now for the championship. Not that it really means anything, but I just selected Rosberg, as he was the closest person to me in the championship. Obviously, he was 7 points behind. Hamilton was like 12 or something points behind, but the lights are out, and away we go here in Belgium for the next round of the season. NASA always seems to get bad starts, doesn't he? And we get past him before we get to turn 1. Lots of cars going slowly on the inside. I'm like very careful into turn 1. Don't want to lose my front wing or anything. And look at this, Ericsson and Hulkenberg just going off the track here. Look at Hulkenberg trying to rejoin. Nearly takes out NASA there. Don't want to do anything risky here, but we looked at the inside. Eau Rouge. No, that is not going to work out. I know Webber and Alonso did that a couple of years ago, but I'm not trusting the AI here, especially with the realistic damage mod. I was probably going to be out of the race if I continued with that move. Hulkenberg seems to have extreme skill there and somehow got all the way off the track and managed to get back on and nearly not crashing at Eau Rouge. So a couple of positions gained there as the AI will just sort of bottle up, and Alonso once again is going slowly. We all seem to get stuck behind Alonso on the first lap of the race, don't we, in all of these races so far. And round the outside, a little bit of a lock up there, but we go round the outside of Alonso there into the top 10 on the first lap of the race. We've got past most of the slower cars now, and we've got Button in front of us here, and then once we get past Button, I'd say it's going to be pretty tough to get past all the cars after him. As Button, I don't know why, but the McLaren mod, I don't know, just in general, they seem to be quite slow. They seem to be slower than they are in the actual game, so it's kind of confusing, but that's just how it is, I guess, in this modded career mode. A lot of the mods going together, and maybe one of them, two of them, maybe not working together extremely well. Trying to get past Button down the inside there, not going to work out. And I was trying to make sure that I just didn't get involved in an accident, really. I mean, I probably could have really risked some of the moves, but at the end of the day, there's no need. When you get to parts of the straight like this, it's like, oh my goodness, I was like so annoyed at myself with that. It's like, why was Button going so slowly there? I do not know. But I suppose at the end of the day, it's racing, and a little bit of front wing damage of all tracks doesn't really matter too much here. Spa, but now we're in a slipstream of Bottas and Perez, and we managed to get a double move here. Look at that, without DRS we get a great move there on Perez and Bottas, and managed to make ourselves into P7 and behind our teammate Vettel once again. And just for anyone wondering, my setups throughout this whole series, I think everyone of all of them in the whole sort of series have just been standard setups. Like, I've used the quick setup, and for this one I go from second to lowest downforce for this race. So yeah, I'm not going into like extreme setups, because if I did really good setups for all the races, I probably do well. But look at this, I got past Vettel with that move. It was only supposed to be a move on Vettel, but I ended up giving the position back. I was like, I sort of overtook with the track, didn't I? So I was like, I don't really feel right having that position from Vettel. So yeah, I sort of cut myself off mid-sentence there, but I was trying to go down the inside of Vettel, but it didn't really work out. And then, I don't know why, Kvyat was going so slowly in the middle of the track, and looking into turn 1, Vettel sort of half turns in, half doesn't. He leaves a space. We managed to get the run side by side here with Vettel, and then he backs out of it and gives us the position there. So weird stuff. That was I never really come across that before. AI just slowing down rapidly and nearly causing an accident because of it. Luckily, no damage or anything. That's why you heard my tyres just squealing. So I was like, locked up the brakes. I was like, just please don't crash into one of them here, because that would just be a disaster. Now, towards the end of lap number 3, the lap before, obviously, we saw Kvyat at the same point of the track, and we sort of do a similar move here, because Kvyat once again going quite slowly, and we managed to get past him. A little bit of a going over the grass, but I was trying to ignore that. It didn't really make a difference that time, I thought. I still had 2 wheels on the track, and I think that's technically still legal in F1 terms. So there we are, into 5th place once again. A good top 5 finish would be great here today, but we're not going to settle for that. Next up is Ricciardo. He has a slow run through Eau Rouge, and before we even get to the DRS zone, we managed to get past Ricciardo and up into 4th place. And now Hamilton is in 3rd place now. I'm not too sure who he's battling with in front here. Looks like possibly a Williams that they're battling with here. Williams obviously had a great car in a straight line, so you'd assume it would be a Williams. And there's contact in the final turn here at bus stop. Looks like Hamilton has crashed into the back of Massa. I'm not too sure what happened there, but Hamilton losing his front wing in the pits, or just before the pits I should say, and that means he will have to change his front wing, as will we. Once again, obviously it's not ideal really to change my front wing 2 races in a row, but I suppose when you have the realistic damage mod, it makes it very, very likely you're going to lose a bit of front wing here and there, especially if you're used to driving like the game before the extra damage, because you know, you're used to just crashing into people and there not really being any damage. But with this extreme sort of mod of for the damage, it makes it like if you just tap them, you'll lose like half your front wing. So that's definitely something to be watching out for throughout the rest of this career mode. Obviously 2 races to go after this. I think it's Monza after this, and then I think Brazil is the last race that it picked for me. I'm not even too sure. Can you even choose? But yeah, anyway, Hamilton. Oh look, Hamilton, they didn't change his front wing. Hamilton's wing is still off his car. They didn't change his front wing in the pit stop. Hamilton is circulating around the track without a front wing, even though he has stopped already. That's a disaster for Mercedes. Not too sure why, or just like how they messed it up. How could they not put a front wing on the car? What are they playing at? I don't know, but Hamilton's not got a front wing. He's going to be outside the points for this race, most likely. He's trailing around at probably about half speed here. He's going to have to go into the pits again. He's in 10th place and he's got a pit stop again, so I'm guessing he's going to be outside the points, and that's not a good race at all for him. As we're getting stuck up behind Button here, we probably could have got past him there if we'd been a bit more brave, but I saw that and I was like, there's no need to risk it now. This championship battle is between me and Rosberg, so I just need to really come to the end of this race with a decent result and not do anything silly with this race now. So Button shouldn't be much of a risk here. He doesn't seem to be very fast in a straight line. That's the only same thing I've seen with the Red Bulls and the McLarens since I installed this mod, is that they seem to be quite slow in a straight line. Not too sure why, but there we are, moving to the inside of Button there. Even though he's got the better tyres on, we still managed to get past Button there. I'm assuming that's because his tyres have been worn down to the extreme, and obviously I've got pretty much brand new tyres here. Final turn here, we've caught up to Massa, who's technically in 2nd place now, and I thought, let's have a sort of interesting run through this final turn here. A different line through the final turn. Somehow I don't even get DRS, but looking to the inside of Massa, he has DRS. Look and see, he's got DRS, I don't, but I still have the speed advantage down into turn 1, slightly locking up the brakes there and getting very sideways as that Ricciardo's going to pit stop just in front of us here. We're going to look to the outside. It's going to be close going into Eau Rouge. We've just got the move here. I didn't actually mean to turn into him there before anyone leaves a comment. That was just a, you know, I was trying to hold the wheel straight and I made a slight adjustment and I didn't mean to, so I'm sorry about that. Anyway, DRS activated. Now the gap to Rosberg. Let's have a look at this. We can't even see him in front of us here. He's just so far ahead. I don't think he's stopped at that time. But if we skip to lap number 9, he has stopped, and the gap's 3.4 seconds. They were nearly 3.5 seconds. I probably should say that. Now the speed up through Eau Rouge. What are we going to be seeing here? Well, we're hoping our best that Rosberg makes a mistake or something, but really, not like anything like that's actually going to happen. As we go up through Eau Rouge, we get a nice run through there as well, building up the speed. Not even into 8th gear, but we just hit 8th gear as I say it, and under many banners and stuff, the flying banners down the back straight. But surprisingly, we don't even hit 200 miles an hour down this back straight here, but we do get a purple sector and reduce the gap to 2.6 seconds. But I tried my best, but it was just not enough to catch Rosberg here. He was just very fast. I was trying my best, as I said, putting in lap times that were just fractionally faster than him, but the gap was too much. And if the race ends like this, we're actually going to be back equal on points again. So as long as Rosberg doesn't make a mistake in this final turn here, he will be joint leading the championship once again. And actually my teammate Vettel about 13 seconds back in 3rd place. At least he's having a good race. We're locking up quite a bit into the final couple of corners here. The bus stop is completed and we get on the power across the start finish line any second now. A good race there, I think, a good comeback, especially with the damage in the pits. But well done Rosberg, that was a great race from him, wasn't it? And that puts him back onto equal points to me in the championship, and it really is going to go down to the wire here. So I think it will definitely go down to the last race now, especially if there's double points. But interesting stuff here. Even though if Rosberg DNFs or if I DNF in the next race, I think it will go down to the wire. So interesting stuff there, and hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. And you can see Alonso actually retired from the race there. Look at Maldonado and Nasser. so far back from Roman Grosjean in 15th place. I'm wondering what's going on with his mod, his AI in the mod. I'm not too sure whether Maldonado is just terrible or something, but there's proof. Rosberg and I are both leading the championship now on equal points. This race and this championship has just gone amazingly well in the fact that it's going to be interesting in the final couple of races of the season. There's not been a runaway performer in this, so that's really good. And the Constructors as well, we've still got a decent chance at the Constructors. I mean, it's not that likely, but we might be able to wrap up the Constructors this season as well. But anyway, guys, thanks again for watching. Tune in for the penultimate episode next time. I think it's Monza. And yeah, remember to like the video if you enjoyed it. And also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And also, you can leave your comments down below about what you think about this video and what I can do to make the series even better. But yeah, anyway guys, thanks again for watching. I appreciate it. And until next time, it's been AlexZAfRo here. Goodbye.